Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has strongly criticized the reported demolition of Muslim residential areas in Karnataka's capital, calling the action shocking and painful. Well, CM Vijayan referred to the reported bulldozing of Fakir Colony and Wasim layout where Muslim families had been living for many years. Now, he said that the incident reflected a form of minority targeting politics seen earlier in North India and even warned that such practices were now spreading to the south of the country. Important to understand that the Chief Minister alleged that entire families were being forced out of their homes in harsh winter conditions and even pushed onto the streets, leaving them with no choice but to flee. Of course, political flashpoint there. Important to understand that there seems to be a sharp jibe, a sharp attack launched by the Kerala Chief Minister against the Karnataka Congress government. Important to understand, like I mentioned, the Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has strongly criticized the reported demolition of Muslim residential areas in Karnataka's capital. Now, he has gone on to further call the action as shocking and painful. Remember that the Chief Minister is referring to the reported bulldozing of the Fakir Colony and Wasim layout where Muslim families have been living for many years. He's gone on to say that the incident reflects a form of minority targeting politics which has been seen earlier in North India. This is what the Kerala Chief Minister had to say. Now, he's further also cautioned against such practices spreading to the south of the country, saying that these practices were already prevalent up in the north of the country. Well, the Chief Minister has also gone on to allege that entire families were being forced out of their homes, even in harsh winter conditions that have pushed them onto the streets. He's gone on to say that these families have no choice but to flee these areas. Of course, important information we're tracking at this hour is there seems to be a major political flashpoint. The Kerala Chief Minister has hit out on the Siddaramaiah-led Karnataka government. This is in context of demolition of, in fact, Muslim households in residential areas. This was in Karnataka's capital is where the story is coming from. Important to understand that the Chief Minister is referring to the reported bulldozing of the Fakir Colony and the Wasim layout. Well, on this, my colleague Ritu joining us on the broadcast. Ritu, walk us through the details. What exactly happened?
Well, you see, this whole matter of what the Karnataka government is here carrying out, for that matter, the civic authorities as well, include for the GVA, which is basically up to on the encroachment clearance drive. Now, that's when, as part of the drive, that the clearance work was basically on in multiple colonies here in Bengaluru. Now, this particularly, what that the Kerala CM is referring to, basically happened on December 20th. Now, when that you see almost more than 5 acres of that clearance work was on. Now, what has been said by the local authorities and the government is that now these houses have basically temporarily come up there in illegally. Now, as part of the clearance drive, they did give them a warning, issue them a warning, and then they have done that whole of a clearance job where the bulldozer basically rose in to clear in those illegal constructions that had really come up with. Now, however, you see here in the state, which was part of the clearance drive, have now turned into a political matter where you have Kerala CM tweeting about it on the X platform, stating that how that the Congress government here in Karnataka remains to be anti-Muslim government is what has been stated by him. Needs to be seen how is that the Congress government here in the state is going to take up this matter as a whole now. Back to you.